always have to think about it. We are the largest school choice, nonprofit school choice organization nationwide. So that's what we have been doing, fighting for education freedom so your kids can have the best education possible. And I would like to ask you a question. Have you heard about TIFAs before? TIFA or education savings accounts? So who has never heard about them? Yeah, we don't like to call them vouchers. Okay, we would like to call them education savings accounts. So the education savings accounts have been around the United States for many years, and I think Texas is a state, I don't know if it's the 32nd or 35th state that adopts education savings accounts. So they are finally here, but there are good things about it. Texas has been waiting for so long and learned from other states where they made some mistakes, probably. Like, I come from Arizona. I live in Arizona for 11 years, helping promote and start and grow the education savings accounts. And we have learned what Texas has learned, what we can do and what we shouldn't be doing, right? So this is going to be the largest number, day one school choice program with $1 billion behind it. Okay, so let's see, what is a TIFA? I don't know if it's TIFA. Some people say TIFA, some people say TEFA. It's a Texas Education Freedom Accounts. And these are state funds that are available for your kids. Money that you have paid with your taxes that is there in the state of Texas is the surplus that they have. And this is there. There is going to be $1 million the first year in order to be used for education. Yes? So parents can apply for that. And who's eligible? Every single kid in Texas will be eligible as long as the kid is a legal resident or citizen. They can apply for it. So that's a nice thing. Okay, there is money over there. How much money? I don't know. I will give you a flyer. When I printed those flyers, it was the maximum amount was $11,000. Right now they haven't decided. They are still calculating how much money. This is from the Texas Controller's Office. They are administrating this program, and some amount said it's going to be $10,800 a year, and some say $10,300 a year. So we don't know the exact amount. It's going to be more than $10,000 a year. Yes? Per child? Per year, a year. Yes, per child, a year. So we don't know still, but what we know is that it's going to be more than $10,000 a year. Every kid will receive that amount, and it may vary depending on your district, but it's not going to be a fixed one. Yes? Okay. Okay, so yes, please. Yes, or it can change depending on the zip code where you live, okay, depending on the district, okay, it could change a little bit, yes, but still we don't know, and we should know it by now, but we're still working on that. So as soon as we get the amount, I will change my flyers with the right amount, okay? Okay, what can you do with these funds? You can basically, you will be administrating these funds. You will decide how to use these funds. You can use these funds to pay for tuition, uniforms, textbooks, tutoring. Kids with special needs will receive more money because they need more money for therapies, special classes, accommodations, etc. And that we know it's going to be up to $30,000, depending what the IEP says. Do you know what an IEP is? You have a kid with special needs. Depending what the IEP says, it's the amount of money you are going to receive. Okay, if you have a kid with special needs, you know that it would be a good idea to get an IEP. If you don't have an IEP, the medical diagnosis will be accepted. Okay, you can use that in order to enter this program, but you will receive only the fixed amount, $10,000. Okay, but if you have an IEP, you will receive the amount that is equivalent to that IEP. Is it clear? Yes? Okay. Okay, that's the good news. Good news is that this is open for every single kid. You will decide how to use the money, where to use it. You will decide the school, what is the best fit for your kids. Homeschoolers, if you know a family that is doing homeschooling, they will receive $2,000 a year. We know that. to only $2,000 a year in order to do homeschooling, $10,000, more than 10,000 if you decide to go to a private school, and $30,000 a year, up to $30,000 a year if your kid has a special needs, right? Am I good? Yes? Okay, perfect. Okay, now, who can you apply? Yes, we are gonna, applications will be open February 4th, February 4th, 2026, and they are gonna be open only for 45 days. Because this is gonna be open only for 100,000 kids. We believe only 100,000 kids. Okay, let's go with the bad news. Good news and bad news, okay? Okay, if we have more than 100,000 kids applying for this, there is going to be a priority, okay? Who is going to have priority in this list? Kids with special needs. If your kid has an IEP, guess what? It's guaranteed that you are going to get the saving the scholarship, yes, the saving account. If we have a lot of people, then low income kids, really low income kids, kids that are vulnerable, are going to be the first in the list. There is like a table of priority there. If they are under on the 500% of under 500% of poverty, those are the kids that are going to be first in the list. Okay. Um, Good things, bad things. Okay, there was an article in a News Texas Tribune a couple of weeks ago. There was a survey stating that, guess what is the population that doesn't know about this? Low income families. Okay, low income families don't know about that. One of our goals in my organization is to educate low income families, help kids that are in really, really need. But the statistics says that probably those are the kids. The ones that have the priority are the ones that are not going to apply. Yes. So if they don't apply, there's going to be a second tier of priority that it's under 200 on the 200 level of poverty and like that, right? So it's going to be ongoing priorities depending on your level of income, right? Is it clear? Yes. Okay. And there's going to be kind of a lottery just in case there are more than 100,000 kids. Yes. Any questions? Yes. Okay. Yes. Guess what? I don't know. We have been talking, we talk exactly about something like that. Okay. Why? Because this is who is going to administrate the program. There is going to be an organization called Odyssey. They are going to launch a platform. They are working on that, where you will have to submit all your documents. And they are talking about that. They were talking in a meeting last week, and they said they are still deciding how to work on those cases, right? So I suppose Gabby Asencio, that they are going to take only one income, right? Okay, probably the parent that is applying at that moment, but I don't know. I don't know, and they are still working on that. See, so a problem that I have sometimes with these presentations, I sometimes feel so nervous because I know I'm gonna say, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. But they're coming, they're coming little by little, yes. And you can always contact me or us in order to answer those questions. Okay, they're gonna apply. Okay, that's another one. Odyssey is a platform that it's launching the application. It's gonna be an app. I always compare it to Amazon. Okay, you just log in. You're gonna see. You're gonna apply there. What documents are they going to require? What documents are they going to ask? Guess what? I don't know. I don't know. We suppose. I mean, if you want to prove that you are the parent, probably an ID, probably a birth certificate, probably your income tax W. Yes, W2 exactly. So be prepared. Your IEP, okay, and for sure proof of residency, right? A bill, a utility bill, or something like that in order to. So be prepared, because remember, the application is going to be open only for 45 days. So what is going to happen with Odyssey in this platform, you are going to upload your documents. You're going to apply individually. I know that each kid has one application. You don't apply for families. So your child A, you will have to submit one application. For child B, you are going to submit a second application. If you have 5 kids, I'm so sorry, you will have to apply for five kids, and each kid will have its own money, right? So for kid A, you will receive a deposit in that platform. And in that platform, you are going to be submitting your payments. Your school is going to be in the list of vendors. Yes, so you will just choose this. I'm going to send my money here to this school, to this organization, to this vendor, right? Yes, so that everything is going to be administrated and done in the platform called Odyssey, right? Is that a good question? Yes. Okay. Can you buy a burrito or a car? No, you can't. Okay. Only the authorized list of vendors. Okay. I suppose, and this is also my idea, what I think is going to happen. Only a small amount of vendors will be there. Private schools that are accredited, that I already show that they have an accreditation, probably homeschooling vendors, things like that. Why? Because what happened in other states is that you could buy school supplies in Walmart, for example, and Amazon. And guess what? A lot of people bought things that were not school supplies or related. So right now, Texas, the good thing of being so late in this movement is that Texas has learned from other states all the mistakes that they have done, and they don't want to do it. So if you have a kid with special needs, and you want, I don't know, special therapy, horse therapy, swimming therapy, music therapy, talk to your provider. Talk to your provider and said, do you know about TIFAS? Have you applied to be a vendor there? Because if you are not a vendor in that list, you won't be able to pay. You will never see the money physically. The money will be there in that platform, and you will only make like payments, transfers. Yes? Will you have to apply every year? No, you apply only once, and it's renewed year after year. You just sign or say, yes, I accept it next year.
So you mentioned earlier that we could use this money for uniforms and books and such. How would we do that through the
It
audit?
has to be in the platform, a vendor that already. So, for example, most of what I've learned in other states is that schools already include uniforms, meals in the tuition or in the package. Okay, if it's included there, you just okay. But if it's independent, if you decide to buy uniforms in a special store, talk to that store and tell them, I want to buy uniforms from you, or I want to have sports with you, whatever. Have you already applied to be a vendor in the platform? Yes. Okay. But basically, if it's a school related, education related, you will be able to pay for that. Yes. Okay. What else? Oh, yes.
So you said that you're approved or qualify, you don't have to apply the next year?
No, you just have
Until
to.
your kids are no longer, but it has to be approved every year.
Once you are approved, you are in.
Okay.
You're in. Yes. Okay. Does that tie you to a specific school or in the school choice program? No, you can go back to a public school if you decide to do it. You can just keep switching if you want. Once you are in, you are in. So again, priority kids with special needs, low income kids, and siblings of kids that are already in the program, right? Yes. I don't know. I know I can answer that. For example, if there is a kid that it's very low income and it's eligible in the first round, but has a half sibling that it's from a higher income, yes, just because he's a sibling, they will be accepted. Yes.
So if one sibling is
The whole family, all the siblings are accepted. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. So I haven't heard any bad things like only 100,000, but I am not super low income. I am not going to be eligible. Okay. First of all, we don't know how many people will apply. I will encourage yourself to apply, spread the word. We want everybody to apply. The goal in my organization and in many other organizations is to double the number, at least to have 200,000 applicants. Guess what? We know 100 will be denied, but guess what? First of all, if you apply and if you are not accepted this year, you are going to be in a waiting list. Yes, and that will give you priority the next school year. But the most important is we have a lot of applicants. Organizations like mine can do something and go to the legislator, call for a special sessions, ask them to give us more money to accept more kids. So we have to show, we want to show that Texas families want this. We need this in Texas, and we want to show and prove that 100,000 seats are not enough. We need to double or triple that number as soon as possible. So please apply. If you have family, if you have friends that have kids in school, ask them to apply. Even if they are like super rich and wealthy, ask them to apply, because we need these numbers. We need more seats and more school choice in Texas, right? Okay.
So with us getting put on the wait list, if we don't make it to that following school year, do we have to go back in there, submit whatever is needed, or is what we submitted for that previous year,
I don't know.
okay?
I don't know, but what I know is that you are gonna have priority next year. How is that gonna work? I'm not sure. Okay, we know you are gonna be. We have fought very hard that you have already applied, that you would be in that priority list. Okay, yes, and again, we don't know how many people will apply. Yes, we don't know.
What if our income changes from first year to the second year?
Okay, if you are already in the waiting list, you will have priority.
But like you make it the first year you apply.
Oh no, once in, you're in.
Even if your
You're
income
in. Once
triples or
in, yes, that's something we
five
have
times,
fought so hard. Once in, you are in, and no matter what. Yes. Okay. Okay. So please spread the word. I am forgetting anything. Very important. Siblings, you can pay. I am trying to copy. Okay. So what can you do right now? Just recommendation in my flyer. There is a QR. If you open it, okay, you will it will ask you for your name, email, zip code, and telephone number. And basically, what it's doing is adding you to our database, where we are gonna be in contact. We are gonna be sending you newsletters and updates. Right? Very important updates. We will let you know it's open right now. We believe the applications will be open February 4th. We are 90% sure. A couple of weeks ago we didn't know, because they kept telling us it's not written on stone, it's not written on stones. It seems that it's already written on stones and it's going to be open, but February 4th, a day before that day and a day after, we are going to be sending you notifications. It's open, it's open. This is what you need. And basically you will go to our database and you will have contact with me. You will have my personal information. So if you have a question, you can always call me and ask for for whatever questions that you have. Okay. If you don't have an IEP and you have kids with special needs, go run to the district. I don't know if River Cities Believers help you with IEPs. Yes, yes, reach out to them, because you will get more money, right? And they have 45 days. The school districts have 45 days to provide, to give you an IEP. And I have a feeling that they will start saying, we have a lot of work, we cannot do it, Christmas is coming, and then blah, blah, blah. So if you have an IEP, please start applying for that. Watch up for updates. Okay. And very important, and a question that is very commonly asked is if schools will have to change anything, and if they will have to comply with some state laws or federals. No, schools will have, they have 100% autonomy. They will keep doing whatever they are doing. They will have their same rules, the same administration, everything. They don't have to change anything. Okay, this is money that is for your kids, your kids money, and you will just only administrate it. Yes. No, not this year, but we will be doing something for the following years. Right now, it has to be IEPs, not 504 plans. They have like an expiration date, right? As soon as they are current, okay? Yes, yeah, you can use it. Yeah. Any other questions? Yes.
What if there's leftover money? What happens?
That's a very good question. It rolls over.
It rolls over.
Yes, you can use it, yeah, okay, and you can. This is a very good question because most of the times elementary schools and middle schools are less expensive than high schools, right? So you can start saving some money so you can use it for in high school, that is when it's more expensive. Yes. Excellent question. Nobody has asked me that in the last presentations. Okay.
What if so you apply, you get accepted, you don't use an IEP, you're just there, and then 2-3 years down the line, you discover your child has special needs and needs IEP, you just reapply?
No, you just submit your IEP. I believe, because that's what happened in Arizona, where I come from. Okay, you just call them or contact the application, and you just submit it, and it should, yeah, reevaluate the money that you will get. You will get, yeah. Okay, please, more questions, yeah. Only accredited schools that have already applied. If there is a school that is not it has no accreditation or didn't apply, it won't appear in there. Yeah, because they open the applications for schools open December 9th, a couple of days ago, yesterday. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If they are accredited, yes, you will be there. Yeah. Okay. More questions. Okay, I will ask you a favor, right? I am traveling all over Texas. I will be educating families, talking to families. Can you help me? Do you know any church fair, parent meeting where I can go and talk to parents? Please let me know. Let me know, because I need more than 200,000 kids to apply. We need to make this big. So if there is any possibility that I can come and talk to a lot of families, let me know. Radio, whatever crazy idea. You cannot imagine all the crazy ideas I've done in Arizona. If I think it's a good idea, I'll do it in order to educate more families and get more kids in this program. Okay. I don't think there is my phone in the flyers, but I have some business cards. If you want to contact me personally, I can do it, and I can travel all around Texas in order to talk to families. If no, you will have to take a picture.
Would you come back in January?
Of course.
Through the application
Of course, yes. Odyssey told us that the application should last no more than 10 minutes, between 5 to 10 minutes in order. Could you take a picture? Yes, thank you. The application should be extremely easy and shouldn't take more than 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes in order to apply. Yes, but of course I can come here and help you. Yes, there is gonna be also National School Choice Week in January, yes, in Arizona, in the Dosium. I'm gonna be there also talking to families and getting their contact info in order to help them to apply when the application opens. Yes, application will open February 4th. Yes, yes. Questions? No. Well, if there is any other question that you say you believe that, I mean, it comes later, please give me a call, text me, give me an email, and I will be more than happy to help. Yeah.
They don't have to spend all of it on. If they want to pay $5,000 for tuition,
Yes, it's very interesting. I ran into some families in Arizona that decided not to use all the money. They decided to give out some money out of their pockets in order to save for high school. Yes. Okay, he said, okay, right now I can afford it. It's easy, so I'm gonna use only a part of it and then save it for high school. But no, I mean, you can use $5,000 for tuition and the rest for, yeah, classes, music classes or sport classes. Things like that.
So if they transfer, like this year they're in private school, and next year, do they send
No, those monies
They
are
just stay
they are
there?
they are lost for you. Okay, the funds that you don't use, that the state takes it and gives to another family.
And then let's say they go back to private school the following year after
Uh, I'm not sure. I'm going to tell you what happened in Arizona. In Arizona, what you did is just call them and said, "I want to reactivate my account." Yes, that's because that's what we are fighting, right? Once you are in the program, you are in, and you just yeah, you don't have to reapply. Yeah, 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 yeah. Everything that is related in the related to education and school, yes, it is. Mhm. K to 12, yes, yes.
No.
Pre-K, well, I think it's only with special needs. They have special needs, yes. Okay. Okay. Questions, comments, opinions? I hope to hear from you very, very soon. Okay. I'm here to help. Give me a call, text me, send me an email, WhatsApp, whatever. Okay. I will be more than happy to answer your questions and help you up.